Welcome to our Friday morning workout number 13. This week we're covering what I posted a couple of days ago, my basic list of things that you should be able to do. Now remember this, what I think is a perfect push-up might not be for you. So be careful not to, I know that you're taking my advice and you're following what I do, but again, always remember, do what feels good to you, and you have to find your way. So a perfect push-up can be many different things for many different people. So I showed you a type of push-up that I like to do. Do I only do that type of push-up? No. I just showed you a safe push-up for a beginner, not to hurt your shoulder if you're starting out and getting more regular with your workouts. The safe push-up I showed you is just one of many variations that I do for push-ups. So that's the one I want you to focus on. But the other question is, where are you at in your own training? So if you feel like you can't do the safe push-up, then you might have to modify it and go on your knees, right? So that's, I want you to understand that. What I say might not be perfect for you, and that's okay. Same thing for the squat. Let's say you had multiple knee surgeries, and I'm going to show you the way that I squat. You won't be able to do it. So it's important that you take what I give you as far as advice, and then you try to modify it and adapt it to your situation. My dad said it, Bruce Lee said it, use no way as way. There is not one way to get to where you're going. There's many roads. Like all roads lead to Rome. It's an old saying, just meaning that there's many ways to skin a cat. So just be mindful of that. So the first thing I said was the perfect push-up. For me, what is a perfect push-up? It's a slow, controlled movement. So if you can do your push-ups on your knees, what we call an intermediate push-up, I don't call them girl push-ups, like I don't like to condescend that way. It's an intermediate push-up on the knees for rehab work, and there's multiple reasons for doing it that way. It's a slow control movement. So if I get in position to do this push-up, I'm, like I showed you in the first couple of videos, my hands are very close, I'm moving forward, my body's aligned, and when I go down, keeping my body very stiff and rigid, breathing through slowly and controlled. That's a perfect push-up to me. Everyone should be able to do a perfect push-up. Now, if for you, what you like to do is a wide grip, and when you go down and push up, if that's your perfect push-up, excellent. What I don't want to see is no flexion. So no head banging and no dipping of your hips like that. No, I just want a rigid, strong body. You drop your chest and you come back up slowly. That's a perfect push-up. Then a squat, perfect squat. In my book, a perfect squat is like this. Feet shoulder width apart, square. Then I open up my feet 10 degrees. 10 degrees left, 10 degrees right. My knees will track over the toes. So as I go down, my knees go over my toes, and I get my butt way low, and I'm more than 90 degrees. And your butt and your back is flat. So when I go down, I stick my butt out, I put all my weight on my heels, and my back is flat. And I like to reach up. Push up. Nice and strong and aligned. So I go 1, hold, push, 2, push. That's the full movement. So you should be able to go down with no pain and get my butt as low as I can. That's what I like to do, a very deep squat. Then let's move on to the pull-up, and we'll just go downstairs for that. So any bar will do. Again, for me, I like slow. Slow for me is the perfect demonstration of strength. If you can do something slowly with perfect control, it means you've really mastered the movement. So any bar will do. And like I said about the push-up, if it's a closed grip, for you a perfect pull-up, then great. If it's a wide grip, if it's a chin-up grip, if it's a cliffhanger grip, I don't care. As long as you do it slowly and controlled. So when I hang on the bar, I don't just let myself hang and I don't want your shoulders to pop out. I want you to engage the shoulder girdle and the rhomboids and squeeze and pull up and work your traps. So once you're hanging here, now I'm loose, and when I engage my traps and I engage my shoulder, then I'm slightly higher and I'm not just hanging there uncontrollably. So I'm in position, and what I want is a slow lift. That's my perfect pull-up. I want slow, controlled on the way up, and slow and controlled on the way down. Next thing on my list was touching your toes. I strongly believe that everybody should be able to at least touch their toes easily and effortlessly. So this is not rocket science. Feet shoulder width apart, and I just want you to be able to have a back flat, down, down, and look up as you touch your toes. Then put your palms down. How do we work up to that? Then you have to, first of all, do it with a partner, with resistance, sitting down, and then making a mental, conscious effort to do this stretch once a day, twice a day, and get in the habit of doing it. What might stop you from doing this? Excess belly fat. So if you have like a small little pot belly, it's going to stop you. So we need to get rid of this. That's why we talked about abdominal work. So you should be able to touch your toes. Then I talked about you should be able to hold your breath for 1 minute. You've probably read research on this, that disease cannot live in an oxygen-rich environment. So the more you can oxygenate your system, your bloodstream, keeps you healthy, strong, and keeps your immune system strong. So I like to inhale slowly and then hold the breath. I hold it, I have a timer, I have my phone, hit start. Can you hold for a minute? And then exhale completely. And I try to do those at least 5 times in a row, using the breath and holding for 1 minute. Then I do variations of using different nostrils. So I'll block with my thumb and inhale and exhale through the other nostril, and then switch sides. So I'll inhale through one and exhale through the other. So I might do it like this. I'll inhale with my left nostril. Hold it for a minute, then use my finger, my index, and exhale through the other nostril. I'm very strong on building awareness and using different body parts correctly. So I inhale with one, exhale with the other, and vice versa. You should be able to do that 1 minute. And last but not least, I talked about the bench or table. And some of you asked me, like, how high, how big is the table? I'm talking about a picnic table. Now, why did I talk about that? Because my dad always talked about that. He talked about a great uncle named Florian, Florian Patenaude. And this guy was tall, strong, very healthy, and even at 70 years of age, he could easily jump over a table. So that's why I'm talking about it. He was a feisty guy, he was very aggressive, and if there was trouble, he could easily jump over the table and meet you on the other side. And that's why I talked about that. So how the hell do you jump over a table? I'm not going to give you a full course on how to jump over a table to go knock out somebody on the other side who's pissing you off. But what I like, if you take a little bench, you should be able to use one hand and jump over. Like just being able to use your hand and jump over, let's say like this small bench. So I'm bracing myself with one hand, and then I'm just using my legs and jumping over. And I'll just grab a bigger table to show what I mean by jumping over either a bar or over a table in a restaurant or into a bar setting, and being able to jump over. And unfortunately, with the Patenaude family, some family events in a house and a home, being able to jump over the table as well. So this is what I was talking about. This type of setting, table, I'm sitting here comfortable, speaking with guests, and we're having a beer, and then this guy, for some reason, says something that I don't like, and then I'm able to jump over the table. This was just something that, like I mentioned, my dad would always talk about that. Like, I don't know why he was impressed with the fact that even at 70 years of age, he had that light foot, agile like a cat, and able to easily jump over a table and then meet someone on the other side. So this is what I mean by it. Is it something you can do? For me, I want to be able to do that for the rest of my life, like at least until I'm 70. But how do you jump like that? It's a question of arm strength. If you do the work that I've given you before, like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, you'll be able to easily do that. It's confidence, it's explosion. If we just get in a better position, not to jump in your face, but my table is here. You use your body as a pendulum to one side. That's why I like training camp, because there's vaults, and to do the vault. Vaulting for Marines is about 50 inches high, about like this height. I love this, how to come up, pendulum the legs over. So stand in front of a table that's strong and sturdy, put both your hands and jump, and then make your way over the table smooth like a ninja. And this is what I mean by doing the table jump. It's a funny story, and it's a story that I want to remember and use and cherish, and just share it with you, and that's why it's on the list. I love finesse, skill, that you're able to do. There's a saying, you're a jack of all trades, a master of none. That's one saying. But my dad always said he likes that saying of being a jack of all trades, be able to do everything, not being too specialized. In education, they tell you to get specialized, but I believe, and my dad believed, that being too specialized is not a good thing. Be good in a lot of stuff. So like these things, push-ups, squats, pull-ups, jumping, it makes you more well-rounded, and it just gives you the skill. And if we're talking martial arts, it's all abilities that will make you just a better martial artist. Take these, have fun with them, and if you have any questions, write them below in the comment section if you like this video, and I'll see you next week.